Hello YouTube, it's Keisha and Laundry and I'm back with another video. Today I just want to discuss back to school. Duval County, they go back to school Monday, so they got one more day of freedom, 2 more nights. And I just wanted to discuss going back to school because they are selling bulletproof book bags now. I mean, bulletproof book bags. Ever since that Parkland shooting happened down here, they put a protective gate around my son's school and also around my granddaughter's school. So, you know, even if you kind of act like, oh, that didn't affect you, once you go to your child's school, oh, you can't help but it do affect you because you see the changes that they making to keep our children safer. Now, for me personally, the town I grew up in, we already had metal detectors at our school. We already had armed officers and regular school security at our school. You know, it's the fact that some kids just was privileged to not grow up like that, and some kids like me, that was just the norm, you know, to go to school and have to go through a metal detector for our safety. Now, my concern is with the police officers, with a lot of police officers being in school, will that cause like a one-way ticket to juvenile detention if they do something bad in school? Like if the cops stop them or if the cop catch them, is that going to make it a one-way ticket to juvenile detention? I know that down here they have this stupid code of conduct, and somehow a lot of the things, it's like, and then they'll call the cops. And it's weird because back in Pennsylvania, the school administration and the people that's in authority at the schools, they try to do everything possible not to call the cops. Like, you literally have to do something that is criminal for them to get the cops involved. But down here, it just seemed like, you know, hey, you know, they going to jail. I remember being in the courthouse down here, and the juveniles that they brought out for court that day, they had on the same uniforms that they wore at schools down here. Now, my son's school don't have a uniform. He go to a career academy, so their uniform is sort of what you're studying in school. Like the nursing students, they have to wear smocks. And my son, he's taking up electrical and carpentry and stuff like that. So this year he have to have like a Carhartt shirt, work boots. What's that called? Carhartt? Yeah, work boots and all of that. And yeah, so it's getting really scary. It really is. I mean, like I said, just the fact that the uniform for juvenile detention is the same uniform that these kids go to school in, that floored me right there. That floored me. Yeah, I started crying, and my kids was like, "Mom, what's wrong with you?" And I just felt sorry for our community. Like, it's just horrible. It's horrible. Since we moved here, my son then grew his dreads down. At first, I hated it, and I'm just like, you know, I just don't want him to be stereotyped or anything. You know, it's one thing having a little boy, but now he's 16 and he's grown into a man right before my eyes, and things is just starting to get more and more scary for me and his father. I mean, even him going to parties and stuff. At the end of the school year, I tried to, like, you know, them end of the school year parties where tragically, oh my God, somebody just wind up losing their child. Or at some of these games, somebody wind up losing their child. So I do give my son freedom, but sometimes when that sixth sense pick up, or my spider senses start tingling, son, you cannot attend this one. You are not. You are not. And 9 times out of 10, something go wrong. Something go wrong. They promised us they wasn't going to have any more nighttime games down here. They had a nighttime game, and what happened? Somebody's kid wound up in the hospital. So, you know, we all, I guess, got to form together to protect these kids. We really do. Because they not going to protect them. They promised us no more night games. Come on now. And they still had another night game. They know what happens. They know what happens at these games. But, I mean, I don't want my son to have to get a bulletproof book bag to go to school. What about my granddaughter? She in 1st grade. Oh, I want this JoJo book bag. Or I want or what if she want a Frozen book bag? Or even though I'm sick of Elsa and Anna, I'm sick of those daggone sisters. So, you know, no, baby, you can't get that. You gotta get this old bulletproof book bag to keep you safe. Like, come on, it's sad. It really is sad. But I just wanted to open up the discussion for that. What are your concerns? What are your fears for your child going back to school? I guess with Faith, she in first grade, all we have to do is always talk to her about bullying and stuff, or, kids that tease her, because teasing is big in this grade. And sometimes I can't help but to laugh, like when I guess they was making hats in school last year, and they make them makeshift hats, and the teacher, Faith, had like those crochet braids in the back, and so the hat couldn't fit on her head, and the teacher called her big head. Well, the teacher, not knowing, it traumatized her, because the other students started calling my granddaughter big head too. And one day she was at the dinner table eating, and she just bust out crying out of nowhere, just like, I don't have a big head, and take my hair out, take my hair. I'm like, girl, we just did that hair. That's good for a good mom. But you don't want your child to be teased. But just listen to them. Dinner table talk. A lot of times at the dinner table, you can get a lot out of the kids at that time. That's the time that we have a lot of our discussions. Dinner time, and also like just sitting around watching Family Feud and things like that. That time of night, it always seemed like that time of night kids are more open to talk about things that happen throughout their day. Me and my son went to the Jacksonville Humane Society yesterday. I just wanted to spend some time with my son, because even though your kids is like 16, 17, they still need that one-on-one time. So we went to the Humane Society. I almost cried my eyes out. Please, y'all, if y'all looking for a pet, adopt one. Just consider adopting one. Go to your local Humane Society or your local shelter and look them dogs in the eye. Look them dogs in the eye before you decide to put out a couple of $100 on a dog, and you can go find one. And you can go rescue one at a shelter. Rescue one of them dogs. Lord, that Maxie, her face was all crunched up. And then when she got up, her legs was like this high, and she was fat. And I can't get that dog off my mind, but I can't have pets in this current rental that I have. But I'm looking forward to getting a pet. I need one, and I'm definitely going to save one from a shelter. I'm definitely going to rescue a dog. So, like I said, consider that. But, yeah. I just wanted to come on here and discuss back to school, because things is changing drastically. It's no longer the kids can go to school and come home and go outside and play. It's not even like that no more. So as a community, we just have to stick together. We really do. They don't never give our kids nothing to do either. I guess I shouldn't say they, but it's really never nothing for these kids to do in the community that don't cost a whole bunch of money. Back in the day, we had like the Salvation Army. We even used to go up to our local middle school where they would have basketball practice. But a lot of people just went up there just to have something to do and watch the basketball teams practice, and it'd be food trucks out there and things like that. But it don't seem like it's really nothing that's safe out here for our children to do these days. And it's sad, because it's all these fish game gambling places popping up. And what if we create something for the children? The kids love games. What about a Fortnite gaming store or something like that? To give our kids something safe to do. We used to go skating and things like that. But the kids just don't have things like that to do these days. They really don't, And I have to remind my son that people look at them differently when it's like a group of them. So he kind of have to understand that. We know they not up to nothing. Sometimes maybe they are up to something. But, people look at groups of our young youth like they're up to something, and they could just be walking to the store. Or let's just say walking to grandma's house to give her a cup of sugar from mama that she requested. Up to nothing. But the groups of kids are looked at like, what you doing? What y'all doing? But let's stick together. Let's stick together. Let's protect these kids. It's getting scary out on these streets. It really is. It is. My son's saying that he don't want to go to college. I'm hoping by the time he finished school that I could convince him to do something. I told him, you about to go be all you can be, because you're not just going to sit around. You're not. He hoping to go into a trade that he's studying, and I'm hoping for that. I'm praying that happens for him too. He do quite well in school. But, yeah, I just wanted to send my peace, blessings, and my concern for all the teenage kids. All of them. All of them. Do well. protect them, spend time with your kids. Moms out there, if you're on a budget, I used to take my kids to the local pet shop too. It's almost like a free zoo. So you can go spend time with your kids and have something fun to do for free. So if you have a local pet shop in your neighborhood, check it out. I don't know what else to say. I'm just a little nervous. My daughter went out to pick up some last minute things, so I decided to come on here and just have a discussion about back to school. I told her I'm done. I don't have to get nothing else. I'm not going to Walmart a day before, this last weekend before back to school. I will not. Okay, but I wish everyone the best. I send all my love and my prayers to all your families and everyone who leave the nice comments down below. I see them all and I appreciate them. If anyone have a question, there's some wise people in this community we've built over here on this channel. Some very wise people. So don't be afraid to ask your question. I'm not an oracle. I'm not an oracle. But it's a lot of wise people in the comment section and some subscribers of mine who might have the answer for you. But I'm going to leave you with this tidbit. Sometimes that penny is in your pocket for a reason. So leave it there. And as I always say, love, peace, and prosperity.